On June 12, 1994, the brutal murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman shocked the nation. The arrest and subsequent trial of O.J. Simpson, a beloved football star and actor, would become one of the most watched and controversial legal proceedings in American history. The case captivated audiences and sparked debates about race, celebrity, and justice that continue to this day. Today we'll delve into the infamous O.J. Simpson case, exploring the crime, the intense investigation, the media frenzy, and the dramatic trial that captivated the world. We'll examine the evidence presented, the strategies employed by both the prosecution and the defense, and the lasting impact of the verdict. The O.J. Simpson case is more than just a criminal trial, it's a window into the complexities of American society. Our story begins with Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. Nicole was O.J. Simpson's ex-wife and a mother of two. Ron Goldman was a restaurant waiter and friend of Nicole. Their brutal murders in the upscale neighborhood of Brentwood, Los Angeles, would spark one of the most high-profile criminal cases ever. Nicole had a turbulent relationship with O.J., marked by allegations of domestic abuse, while Ron was a young man with a promising future, tragically caught in a deadly encounter. Nicole was born in Frankfurt, Germany, and moved to the United States as a child. She met O.J. Simpson while working as a waitress in Beverly Hills. They married in 1985, and their relationship, though initially loving, became tumultuous over time. Nicole had filed for divorce in 1992, citing irreconcilable differences and instances of domestic violence. Ron Goldman was a charismatic young man. Working as a waiter and aspiring actor, he was known for his kindness and was well liked by friends and colleagues. On the night of the murders, he had gone to Nicole's home to return a pair of glasses she had left at the restaurant where he worked. O.J. Simpson, known as the Juice, was a Hall of Fame football player turned actor and broadcaster. His celebrity status and public persona as a charming, successful man made the allegations against him all the more shocking. O.J. had a larger-than-life presence, with a successful career in sports and entertainment that endeared him to millions. His arrest and trial forced the public to reconcile the beloved figure they knew with the violent crimes he was accused of committing. The murders and the subsequent trial occurred against a backdrop of racial tension and media sensationalism. The case highlighted issues of race, domestic violence, and the influence of celebrity, making it a focal point for broader societal debates. The racial dynamics of the case, particularly the relationship between the African American community and law enforcement in Los Angeles, played a significant role in shaping public perceptions and reactions. On the night of June 12, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman were found murdered outside Nicole's home. Nicole was stabbed multiple times in the head and neck, and her throat was slashed so deeply she was nearly decapitated. Ron Goldman had been stabbed numerous times in a struggle to defend himself. The gruesome nature of the murders and the brutality of the attack shocked even seasoned investigators. The crime scene at Nicole's condominium was a horrifying sight. Blood was everywhere, and the brutality suggested a crime of passion. Investigators quickly gathered evidence, including bloody footprints, a knit cap, and a single leather glove found at the scene. The meticulous gathering and analysis of this evidence would become a focal point of the trial. Key pieces of evidence included a bloody glove found at Simpson's estate, blood traces in Simpson's Bronco, and footprints matching Simpson's shoes. DNA tests confirmed that the blood at the crime scene matched Simpson, Nicole, and Ron. The infamous bloody glove became one of the most talked about pieces of evidence, symbolizing the prosecution's case against Simpson. The defense, however, would later argue that this evidence was mishandled and possibly planted by the police. Investigators found blood evidence linking Simpson to the crime scene, including a trail of blood leading from Nicole's home to Simpson's property. Blood was also discovered in Simpson's Bronco and on a pair of his socks found in his bedroom. The presence of Simpson's blood, along with the victim's blood, suggested he had been injured during the attack. Simpson's neighbors and acquaintances provided varying accounts of his whereabouts and behavior before and after the murders. Notably, the housekeeper found a bloody sock in Simpson's bedroom, and a limousine driver testified about Simpson's odd behavior on the night of the murders. The driver's testimony placed Simpson at his estate during a critical window of time, contradicting Simpson's alibi. Investigators pieced together a timeline of events leading up to the murders. Simpson had attended a dance recital for his daughter earlier in the evening and was scheduled to take a late flight to Chicago. The murders occurred during a narrow window of time, adding to the complexity of the investigation. The LAPD quickly focused on O.J. Simpson as the primary suspect due to the domestic violence history between Simpson and Nicole. Detectives found blood evidence linking Simpson to the crime scene, leading to an arrest warrant. The investigation was led by seasoned detectives who were confident in the strength of their evidence against Simpson. Evidence of O.J. Simpson's history of domestic violence against Nicole played a significant role in the investigation. Police reports, 9/11's calls, and witness statements documented years of abuse, providing a potential motive for the murders. This history painted a picture of a volatile and abusive relationship that had escalated to fatal violence. On June 17, 1994, rather than surrendering to the police, Simpson led authorities on a low-speed chase in his white Ford Bronco. The chase was broadcast live and watched by millions, further sensationalizing the case. The image of Simpson in the back seat of the Bronco, holding a gun to his head while his friend Al Cowlings drove, became an iconic moment in American television history. The Bronco chase captivated the nation and led to a dramatic standoff at Simpson's estate. It raised questions about his guilt and mental state, while also highlighting the intense media scrutiny surrounding the case. The chase ended with Simpson's arrest, but it had already set the stage for the media circus that would follow. The investigation faced significant challenges, including accusations of mishandled evidence and potential police misconduct. Defense attorneys argued that the LAPD had planted evidence to frame Simpson, citing the controversial history of Detective Mark Fuhrman. Fuhrman's racist remarks and alleged tampering with evidence provided the defense with a powerful argument against the integrity of the investigation. The case became a media frenzy with round-the-clock coverage that often overshadowed the judicial process. The intense scrutiny and public interest turned the investigation into a spectacle, with every development analyzed and debated in real time. The public was deeply divided, with opinions often falling along racial lines. Many African Americans saw the case as a potential example of racial injustice and police misconduct, while others viewed Simpson's arrest as a clear-cut case of a guilty man being brought to justice. The racial dynamics of the case, particularly in the context of the LAPD's troubled history with the African American community, played a significant role in shaping public perceptions. The trial, dubbed the Trial of the Century, began on January 24, 1995. The prosecution, led by Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden, presented evidence linking Simpson to the murders. They argued that the DNA evidence, the gloves, and Simpson's history of domestic violence provided a clear motive and means. The prosecution's strategy was to paint a picture of a jealous and enraged ex-husband who committed a brutal act of violence. The prosecution's case relied heavily on forensic evidence, including DNA analysis that linked Simpson to the crime scene. They presented expert testimony on the blood evidence, the glove found at Simpson's estate, and the timeline of events on the night of the murders. The prosecution also highlighted Simpson's prior incidents of domestic violence as a motive for the killings. Simpson's dream team of defense lawyers, including Johnny Cochran, Robert Shapiro, and F. Lee Bailey, focused on discrediting the prosecution's evidence. They famously coined the phrase, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit," referring to the moment Simpson tried on the bloodied gloves, which appeared too small. The defense argued that the evidence was mishandled, contaminated, or planted by a racist and corrupt police force. The defense team attacked the credibility of the LAPD, particularly Detective Mark Fuhrman, whose racist comments and past behavior cast doubt on the integrity of the investigation. They also questioned the reliability of the DNA evidence, suggesting that it had been mishandled or tampered with. The dramatic moment when Simpson tried on the glove in court and it appeared not to fit was a turning point in the trial. The trial was a media circus with extensive coverage that often overshadowed the judicial process. The public was divided, with many believing in Simpson's innocence while others were convinced of his guilt. The racial dynamics of the case also played a significant role, particularly given the historical context of police relations with African Americans in Los Angeles. The trial's live broadcast allowed millions of viewers to follow every detail, turning it into a national obsession. The trial highlighted deep divisions in American society, particularly regarding race, celebrity, and justice. It sparked widespread debate and discussion, influencing public perceptions of the legal system and media coverage of high-profile cases. On October 3, 1995, after a lengthy trial and less than 4 hours of deliberation, the jury found O.J. Simpson not guilty of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. The verdict sparked widespread controversy and debate about the justice system and media influence. While Simpson's supporters celebrated the acquittal, many others were outraged, believing that justice had not been served. The verdict highlighted the stark racial divide in public opinion, with many African Americans viewing it as a victory against a biased legal system, while others saw it as a miscarriage of justice. The case continued to be a source of heated discussion and analysis long after the trial ended. Many alternative theories about the case have emerged. Some believe Simpson was framed, while others think he was guilty, but the prosecution failed to present a strong enough case. There are also theories suggesting the involvement of other individuals, but none have been substantiated. These theories continue to fuel debate and speculation. In a subsequent civil trial in 1997, Simpson was found liable for the wrongful deaths of Nicole and Ron and was ordered to pay $33.5 million in damages to the Goldman and Brown families. The civil trial, which had a lower burden of proof than the criminal trial, provided some measure of justice for the victims' families. Despite the verdicts, public fascination with the case has not waned. Books, documentaries, and interviews continue to explore the various aspects of the case, presenting new theories and re-examining old evidence. The ongoing interest in the case underscores its complexity and the unresolved questions that still linger. After the trial, Simpson faced numerous legal issues, including a conviction for armed robbery and kidnapping in 2007. He was sentenced to 33 years in prison, but was granted parole in 2017. His post-trial life has been marked by continued legal troubles and public scrutiny. The O.J. Simpson case remains a topic of public fascination, inspiring books, documentaries, and dramatizations. It continues to be studied for its legal, cultural, and societal implications. The case has left a lasting legacy, influencing how the media covers high-profile trials and how the public perceives the justice system. The case has also prompted reflections on the intersection of race, celebrity, and justice in America. It has been the subject of academic studies, cultural critiques, and artistic interpretations, highlighting its enduring significance in American culture. The O.J. Simpson case remains one of the most controversial and widely discussed criminal cases in American history. It highlighted issues of race, celebrity, media influence, and the criminal justice system, leaving a lasting impact on society. The case continues to be a touchstone for discussions about these complex and interrelated issues. What are your thoughts on the O.J. Simpson case? Share your insights and theories in the comments below. If you found this deep dive intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest true crime investigations. Your engagement helps us continue to explore and uncover some of the most compelling mysteries in criminal history. Join us next time as we uncover another gripping tale of mystery and intrigue, the enduring mystery of D.B. Cooper. We'll delve into the details of the infamous skyjacking, the investigation, and the many theories about what really happened to the man who vanished without a trace.